Okay, so it says first count the number of spaces along the length of your paper. How many spaces are there?
25.
Okay, so right in that blank there are 25 spaces.
Well, you're wrong.
It's 25, Ellie. I counted myself.
Yes, Ellie. Ellie, you're bad counting.
Then it says second, guys. Stop it. Second, set a ratio equal to how many spaces? 25. That's your next one. Spaces to 301 meters. How do you write that as a ratio? What is a ratio? Raise your hand. What is a ratio? What do you think, Ellie?
Isn't that the two numbers with the two little dots?
I could write a ratio as 25 to 301. Yes. How else could I write a ratio?
I don't know.
How else could you write a ratio? Well, a ratio is comparing numbers, right? We're comparing the 25 spaces on our paper to the 301 meters of actual land. How else is it written when you're comparing two numbers? Fraction. Okay, so 25 spaces to 301 meters. Okay, so if we label those spaces and meters, that is what our ratio would look like. Now we're setting that equal to the actual dimensions that you guys, or the distances that you guys already found. That's why you have to check task number 5 before you go to this task, because if your distances are wrong, then this one's going to be wrong. So, looking at help center to water slide, because that's what the first box says, go back to where you calculated the distance from the help center to water slide number 1. Ashley, tell me what your distance from help center to water slide number 1 was. 22 and 4/10. So, does 22 and 4/10 go on the top or on the bottom? How do you know? The top, because what's on top? It's not necessarily a smaller number, it's spaces. So you have to compare the same thing on top. So we said it was what again? 22 and 4/10. Okay, so that's spaces are on top here, so spaces have to go on top here. Meters are on bottom here, so then meters have to go on bottom here. Do we know how many meters that is? No. No, so that is our variable. Now that we've set up the ratio, how do I solve? No idea. So put your pencils down. How do you solve? It's the what thing? The butterfly thing. Okay? So what do you mean by the butterfly thing? So I take 22.4 times 301, and I set that equal to the other one, which would be 25 times x. So Ashley, calculate for me. Guys, go to your chairs. You can get calculators later, not while I'm in the middle of explaining. $22.4 times 301. Did you want?
674. Oh,
6,742 and 4/10. 4/10, and that equals 25x. So then, Ashley, how would you get x by itself? Divide by 25. So then, what do you get?
$269 and 68.
And we would label it in meters. So what this answer says is that on the plot of land that they have, her distance from the help center to water slide would actually be 269.68 meters. Okay, so you're taking it from your little scale dimensions to real life dimensions by using this. Will this ratio ever change?
No.
No, because it's always 25 spaces to 301. The only difference that's going to be is the distances that you calculated between your attractions. Now, some of us got 0. Okay, so if I took 0 times this, I'm going to get what?
0.
0. And 0 divided by this is going to be
0.
0. Okay, is your distance actually going to be 0?
No.
No, but for the purpose of this assignment, it will be, just because that's just the way, because when we talk about coordinate planes, since it's just horizontal to it, because that's what a slope of 0 is, right? Oh wait, no, our distances, we never got 0. I'm sorry, that was our slopes. Never mind, I'm confusing two different tasks. You should never get 0 as your distance. That'll be for Monday's task. I'll have to talk to you guys about that. Okay, so you'll never get distance or 0 or some negative number, because distance is always positive. Okay, questions about that?
No.
If you need to get your task 5 checked,